Joe Devine has been with Kennedy for just about 25 years. In that time, he has watched this organization grow substantially, and he's played a significant role in its growth, running pieces of the operation, overseeing a variety of elements of the operation. He is involved both externally within the various different political constituencies that we have to deal with, from a regulatory environment, legislative environment, and so on, to operationally running the day-to-day of his areas of responsibility.
I started at Kennedy as an internal auditor, believe it or not, and I did that for 2 years, and then I became the assistant administrator of the Washington Township campus, which at the time was 3 buildings, and surrounding that campus was nothing but farmland. And then I moved into the corporate end and worked at corporate operations, and was fortunate enough to build the dialysis business and some other services we have. And then for a good 8-year stint, I actually ran all 3 hospitals and had the chance to day-to-day be involved with that. And the last 4 years, I've been involved with Washington Township and external relations activities for the organization.
One time Joe set me up with a doctor's appointment and told me to let the doctor know that I knew him. I went to the doctors and I told the doctor I was a friend of Joe Devine, and the doctor turned to me and just said, "Isn't everybody?" And that really is true, that everybody is an FOJ.
Joe and I make rounds frequently. He not only knows the name of every employee, our 4,000 odd employees, he knows their families, their spouses, their children, their parents, their grandparents, and they all know him.
Because I do so many community activities and people know me from a variety of areas, I've had the ability to be involved in a lot of things and meet a lot of people. And meeting a lot of people has opened a lot of doors for me, which hopefully has benefited Kennedy along the way, because I know it's been a great benefit to me personally to be able to be part of these organizations.
Joe Devine is involved in the community. He is a member of the South Jersey Transportation Authority. He's involved with the Adam Talaferro Foundation. He's on many, many, many committees, including his parish councils and baseball teams and soccer teams.
Joe takes on causes within the high school. Joe has supported Kennedy through taking on a dance-a-thon, where he was one of the biggest fundraisers in the history of the dance-a-thon, raising almost 3 times the amount of money of the nearest competitor in the dance-a-thon.
I'd like to thank those who gave me the opportunity at Kennedy, those who I've worked with over the years, and I think it's made a difference for me, including the medical staff, the board, and the executive team. I'd also like to thank the people of Kennedy, which I talked about earlier, which are our employees and staff who every day make it easy for me to do what I need to do. Also the South Jersey community, who embraced me and put me into all these organizations. They embraced the guy from Philadelphia to come over here and be an integral part of the community. And finally, I'd like to thank my family, my wife Dina, my daughters Mackenzie and Olivia, who have always been supportive, understanding, giving of their time in order for me to do the things I need to do for Kennedy. And finally, I'd like to thank my parents and my father, who was the guy who taught me giving back makes a difference.
Joe meets every criteria of the Beacon Award. He's totally involved in his community. He spent 25 years with Kennedy and is a big part of the success of Kennedy. He's totally respected by his peers, by the people he works with, and the professional staff that he deals with day in, day out. He is totally the reason why the Beacon Award has been created.
Joe Devine is deserving of the Beacon Award because he's a strong supporter of the community. He's a strong supporter of Kennedy. He's a great member of the management team, and I rely on Joe each and every day.
I think Kennedy's great story is you could always move from where you've been to where you need to go. And we are on a progressive path that's going to make us very successful in South Jersey. And everybody, in my view, wants to be part of Kennedy.